All right, we're live again. It says I'm live again. Woohoo! If you're still on the other stream, though, come to this one.
Ooh, that'd be a tasty.
And we're back. We changed locations,
Sweet.
even though the rule is never go to a second location with a hippie. So, but, yeah, that's a rule.
Is it?
It is. Never go to a second location with a hippie. Never.
What about a hipster with a beard?
Oh, you don't go anywhere with a hipster with a beard. I mean,
Well, I've learned that the hard way.
I didn't know Australia had hipsters.
Oh, yeah. Melbourne
Yeah.
practically is hipster central.
Every second person's got a man bun.
Well, those, I don't know if that makes you a hipster.
A man
A
bun.
man bun. I think that makes you kind of like you're following a trend. Because no man, there had to be one guy who went, I'm going to try this. And he was popular enough where everybody else tried it.
How you going?
It's only 9 down, but it's going up.
Oh, it's working.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Are we on?
David?
Yeah.
Hello, George. Yeah, we're back. We moved to a different location. And
Get in, Bob. Get in.
better Wi-Fi.
Don't
Hopefully,
lean on that, Jeremy.
fingers
Don't
crossed.
lean.
I know some fat.
There we go. Let's go through this again. We got Jeremy. Right there.
Hello, Jay. Happy 1,000 to say.
Oh,
Asylum.
this is one of those hostile celebrations. The movie Hostel, that's what this is. And over here we have Claire.
Hello.
Oh, Claire.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Andy again.
Yo!
Again.
Sang Lai again. Wherever she is. Squish your head. I can't do that. No, I can't do it. All right.
That's your beer.
So we're going to try to get as many people as we can in here.
You need to learn to buttonhole your beer, man.
There we go. We can only get 3, unfortunately.
Yeah. Jeremy, lean in.
That's right.
Just lean in. Show your beady face.
That's right. Fine.
Yes.
Every once in a while, we'll have these guys come in and
Can anyone
Say
read
something.
the comments
Yeah,
from
yeah.
this far away?
Can anyone hear us for a start?
that would be a good place to start. Can you guys hear us all right?
That's scary.
I'm perfect. Hello.
Yeah, it's super funny in that light.
I think she was the one that said she wanted to meet Sang Lai. They're Sang Lai.
We got hat haters.
Oh, there. Say hello again.
Small party.
She said she wants to meet Sang Lai. There she is. I can hear you. Awesome.
Oh, girl.
I hear you guys. All okay. Good. We got all the internet done, set up, and all that.
Yeah, every place we go so far is very dark, but
Yeah.
that's probably a good thing.
It's nighttime.
It's nighttime.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn you, son.
It's,
Only a good idea.
it's amazing. Every time the sun goes down, man, things get darker.
Like
Cambodia. I don't know.
I can't say one
Backward.
thing.
I don't
Can
know.
you? No, you can't. Assholes. We're down by the river.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there, just over there. Not much of a river at the moment.
It's not. The river is really low. It's really, in some places, it's so murky and full of algae you can't even see it. It's pretty nasty in some places, I got to say. But it is nighttime, and the breeze feels phenomenal. It has been really, really.
It's much nicer here than the other place, hey, Dave?
Yeah.
Well, it's coming off the breeze as well.
Oh yeah, we got it. Yeah.
And the
Fan helps too. You say fan, I say breeze. It's really all the same. And we both teach English, so we know what we're talking about. But it's been like 34, 35 degrees Celsius, which is, I have no idea for you Americans. I have no idea what that is in Fahrenheit.
I think 138.
No idea.
I still can't do that, even though I'm American. If I look at my phone, it's in Celsius. So I have to kind of figure, and I come to the calculation. I know how to do this now. I look at my phone, and if it says 30 C or above, I figured it up real quick and say, oh, that means it's hot.
So someone said,
That's
what district were you in? This what though?
It's not science.
Yeah,
I mean, it is science.
Yeah, we're
but-
in what boat?
We're in what boat?
What boat?
What boat?
area?
Hard to see him read.
Salama Creek, isn't it?
Yeah.
So,
What district? Yes,
No.
Wabo.
Were you Bruick?
Wabo.
Never know which way around those vowels are.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I am. I mean,
I'm perfect. How fun. I am subscribed to all of you. Thank you very much.
yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, for real. Down, Jeremy and Claire, their channel for real. You see it in my description. It's not going to be in this video because I had to restart a new video. But in the very last video I did, you look down in the description, you'll see their channel link, and of course Andy, Pigs on Bikes,
you should say
going
it
nomad,
again.
aka.
You're
Pigs
going to
on
say
Bikes.
it, bud.
Yeah.
Andy's going to say it.
Oh, man.
Go.
Yeah, it's Andy here for Going Nomad, aka Pigs on Bikes.
It sounds so smart.
From the BBC.
I'm waiting for the T-shirt.
Sweet about that, I'll tell you later. Funny.
I'm waiting for the T-shirt. Geez, I'm in Wabo. You're in Wabo right now?
Come up a beer.
Yeah, come have a beer if you're in Wabo. Come find us. Where are we? It's a mystery.
Rum tongue.
Well, it's not a mystery anymore.
We'll leave you clues.
Yeah, we'll leave you clues.
We'll just tell you.
Yeah, it's right near Kings Road, Big Wheel in the river. Yeah, if you go to the anchor,
The drier part of it.
yeah, the dry part there, yeah.
Here's the
If you get
here's
wet
the biggest
in the
clue.
wrong part.
Here's the biggest clue. You can get beer.
50 cents. 50 cents.
Oh, 50 cents. Which is amazing because, like they said, the Wi-Fi is really good. It's a kind of a fancy place if you can see it. You know,
That's really nice.
I mean, I eat
Very
at
nice.
street food stalls all the time, so to me, this is like fancy. They got
Napkins.
napkins shaped like things.
Hats.
Yeah, like little hats, and I don't know how they do that.
Pope or Bishop?
All over the tables, right? And
Messed all that up.
they got menus that don't appear to have any excess
Beer
bodily
on them.
fluid on them, which is when you eat at some of these street food places, like, okay, let me get rid of that dried blood on there so I can see what kind of noodles I want, which is all right. But
They usually
it's a
better
fancy
ones.
place. DJ, hello, DJ Raiders.
Oh yeah, I know him.
I know
The comment section. Hey,
Yes.
Look at that, DJ. They recognize you from the comments.
where is Joe?
Where is Joe? Wait, where was that?
Or any of his personas.
Oh, I don't think
He knows he's got
Joe's in
loads.
here. I don't know if he's going to be in there.
No,
Joe, if you're listening, you might be lurking.
Come on, Joe.
I say I have 9 people in the chat and only a couple comments, so he could be a lurker. He could be lurking somewhere in the back. But anyway, buddy, I'm going to have your documents back to you soon, the ones that you want to translate it. There's nothing bad in there. It's standard stuff.
Rohat. Yeah. ROHATT, I think.
R-O-C.
No, R-O.
What do I search in Pass app?
I got it here.
What do we want?
If he's coming here in a Pass app, what would he put into the destination?
Rohat.
Oh.
Okay.
I think just puts in brothers.
Oh,
It's on.
Right, hack on.
All right, yeah, okay. Yeah.
Big
Cafe.
Jed,
Cafe.
75. That's Jeremy. He's yeah,
Rohat coffee.
Rohat Coffee.
Uh,
Put that in your Pass app and smoke it. No. I took a nap and
Don't
just woke
smoke the pass.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well,
You
it's
know, good, man.
anything with the word pass in it, you know. They should have called it Puff Puff Pass app, just to let you know they're 420 friendly, like the Happy Pizza places. Have you guys done that yet?
what's that?
Happy Pizza.
No.
Not this decade.
What about you, Andy? Any Happy Pizza experience?
Yeah, I went a long while ago. Yeah, I'm still getting over it. I've not been the same since.
No.
You mean you were different before?
That was a lot worse. Yeah.
It's actually American. This is just looking. The
Yeah, that's what.
brain went weird.
Yeah.
It starts being really English. See, pigs on
I have not
plates.
yet had the Happy Pizza. I know Aaron's tried the Happy Pizza. He made a video about it. You can check out his channel if you want to see that. And Someone else is over here. They don't have a channel, so I'm not going to say their name, but they tried the Happy Pizza. They rather enjoyed it.
But you're going to watch out too that they can test your blood for drugs. If they come up with drugs in your blood, they can actually get you out of the country.
Who's they?
The
Drugs.
the police can actually test you. Yeah, it's very
Should we
weird.
do a virus update?
Coronavirus. Why do I always want to mess that up? It's so easy. Coronavirus. I always want to say Coronova for some reason. I do that all the time.
Coronova.
My neighbor Mark, he's always giving me crap about it too. He's always like, dude, it's just coronavirus. Why do you in your videos? Why do you always mess? I don't know. I see it as all in one word, and it makes my mind a little crazy.
COVID-19.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there is now he told me there was already one confirmed case in Cambodia, which I never heard, because now they're reporting that this is the first recorded case in Cambodia.
This is the first time that it's been transmitted from somebody who's been overseas to a Cambodian person. So
And
there's
it was
been
a
two
Japanese fellow, I believe.
diagnoses, but this is the first time it's my person.
Well, they pulled the trigger, haven't they?
Yeah, they
Big time.
close all the schools, public and private schools, for at least 2 weeks. They're talking about canceling one of the big celebrations for Khmer New Year. They're not canceling Khmer New Year celebrations, like some people have interpreted that to mean. From what I understand, from what I've read, it's just the one of the celebrations that they have.
Is that the one with the most people gathering together?
Yeah, I forget what it's called, but
Yeah.
it happens like on the second or third day, I think.
But they've started doing getting a lot of. If you go and get to a supermarket, they will actually spray the trolley down, wipe the trolley handle for you. They'll give you a temp check with the temp gun, and then you're allowed it into the store.
Was that last one a joke?
No.
Oh, they actually check your temperature.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
Macro they did.
At Macro, yeah. So
Wow.
they wipe your whole trolley down before they give it to you.
So they wipe down the shopping carts.
Yep.
Then they take your temperature
Yeah, then you're allowed in.
rectally.
Wow, that's extra.
Oh yeah, you have to pay for that.
No, I'm not asking if it is. I'm asking if it can be.
be.
I'm asking for a friend. Can it be done rectally?
Dave's got pass up. Macro. Oh, they said it was free.
Yeah,
like,
they just point that thing at your bum.
When I came on the way over here, man, all this talk I heard about TSA and strip searches and body cavity searches, and I couldn't get them to do it, even though I volunteered. Nobody wanted to touch my ass.
You need to pay again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, are you sure you don't want to?
From European countries.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I'm smoking a joint now. He's smoking a joint now. Stock up on the lines for the corona.
DJ.
Well, that's what I said. If you're going to get coronavirus, the best thing you can have with it is Lyme disease. What about Lyme disease?
Is
Because
that your
those two
birthday?
things are diseases. But Lyme and corona go together.
They counter each other out.
That's the joke. Now it's just not funny. Horrible crowd. Horrible crowd. I'm telling you. What the brother got to do to get a laugh around here?
1,000 subscribers! Yay!
The corona. DJ's getting high right now. Somebody else is stocking up on the corona. That's a much better choice than stocking up on toilet paper. That I completely don't understand.
Oh, it's crazy.
Since I've been here, I've not bought a roll of toilet paper.
No,
That's why I
it's
never shake
awful.
that.
They got the bum gun.
Yeah.
They got a gun that sprays the nasty bits after you do your nasty
Yeah.
stuff. And then I just grab a couple napkins and pat it dry, throw it in the garbage, and I am done.
You're civilized, man. I just drip dry.
Yeah. Come on,
I knew that was a reason.
I know, but you're only Corona pump or shake hands with your right.
Right,
You
well-
always wipe your left. And
would you rather shake hands with somebody who sprayed or somebody who took a thin piece of tissue and went from the back on their butt?
You can fit, no.
Who would you rather shake hands with?
Don't start Googling that. It'll come up with all the wrong.
Big Jet 75. Did you just say Macro, the food shop?
Yeah, they got a macro.
We have a Macro here, but
And
it's way out on
Yeah.
Highway 6.
Yeah.
Way out.
It's
Like-
towards Phnom Penh, hey, that direction.
Yeah,
It's about
Torque Phnom Penh.
15K.
from here out. It's only 10,000 real.
We ride out there a fair bit.
250.
I'd say
In a
it's
pass
only,
Yeah.
Okay, so it's $2.50 in a pass app.
yeah.
But for clarification, I can get anywhere like within town for $1. Yeah.
I'd say it's within 10K. So
Yeah.
It was always less than $1
Well,
when,
next
when
time
I
you
taught
go,
at the
give us a
school.
shout. I've not been out there yet. So
Yeah,
The
Wow.
250 is kind of.
Yeah.
I'll take the GoPro.
It's a way out there. I've been out that far.
Video.
I've seen the store. I've never been inside it though.
It's like
But they did a video for real. Go check out their channel. I would say down below, but it's not down below this one. Check the last video. But anyway, well, they went through the macro and give you a little tour.
yeah.
I've never been there, so I can't do that. Yeah, but they do have a macro. By the way, this is not a joint. This is a cigarette. This is a cheap 25 cents a pack cigarette. Woohoo!
So can you see all the comments?
Cambo.
Oh,
And I got the picture with the dead baby on it to show you how bad smoking is.
You're not pregnant.
But luckily,
I
yeah.
just got the one. I
I'm
just
not
got the
getting
one with bad feet on it.
Oh, we got to show that one, dude.
Yeah,
There's the one with the feet. That one you should worry about.
yeah.
I don't know if that's from smoking or just by walking in the river.
No,
But whatever it was.
he got it run over by a pass app.
Yeah.
And the bloke was smoking in it.
Yeah,
He was smoking a cigarette. His foot got run over, so therefore smoking is bad for your feet. That's how they figure. But they got some really awful graphic pictures on the cigarette packs here, which I like. Not in the way like, haha, sadistic. I'm glad this happened to somebody, but it's just cool because you don't see that kind of transparency anywhere else.
No, and also you can gather the whole set, can't you? That's you know you
Yeah,
go for
you can
the
collect the whole
complete
set.
collection.
Yeah.
The lungs, the eyes, the mouth. The
Yeah.
throat.
It's like baseball cards for rotting flesh.
Yeah,
You just collect them,
Yeah.
and pretty soon maybe one of them will be valuable because the foot belonged to somebody who became famous, right? Get them to autograph it, maybe. I would rather have a shower than use a bum sprayer. Well, yeah, that
same
works, man.
thing,
But
isn't it?
when you get a case of the Bangkok belly, the screaming ass goblins,
or the Tom Tits as we call it in England.
what do you call it?
Tom Tits.
Tom Tits?
What do you call that?
Tom Tits. It's Cockney rhyming slang.
Oh, it's Cockney, which means everything rhymes.
You take the last word.
The shits.
Yeah.
The shits. Tom Tits.
Got a good case of the Toms.
Man, I could do I watched a video about somebody
We call it trots.
explaining Cockney and doing the different Cockney accents.
Cockney rhyming slang.
I'm serious. Normally something I would just go, I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm going to shut off. But it was so fascinating. I watched the whole thing. We could do a whole video on that, actually.
I do like.
But yeah, a shower is always good because you got to take at least 2 showers a day here anyway. Most of the time.
Yeah.
It's really hot. But
Yeah.
if you do get a case of the screaming ass goblins or the Tom Tits, then you have to, you probably won't feel like taking like 12, 13 showers.
15 showers a day.
Yeah, because you're going to be
I mean,
by a toilet.
it's all right if you're not on metered water, isn't it? But, it has to be an economic side of things after a while.
Yeah,
And,
if you pay for your water, yeah.
you don't want
Living your own shit.
But water's a lot cheaper than electricity, so,
Yeah, that's true.
But I do like the bum gun. I know some people are for the bum gun, some people are not for the bum gun.
I put one in my house in England.
That's an endorsement right there. You probably got the only one.
Everybody that looked at it was like, "Why do you have a small shower next to your toilet?"
It's if I get thirsty, that's get some water.
If you knew where their sprayer's been, it's not thirst.
Washing their feet with it whilst they're sitting on the toilet. I'm like, "No, dude."
But it's all to do with the spray pressure.
You test before you go.
Oh,
Test before you go.
In our old place,
Otherwise, you end up with some kind of enema.
it's like bleaching.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like when you first use chopsticks. It's kind of awkward at first. You're not, you wonder why this guy can get a hold. He's got all the meat and noodles on there, but you're just got slides off at the last minute, and you're just like trying to play it off and go, oh man, while everybody's laughing at you. Same thing with a bum gun. It does take some practice because trust me, if you have a very powerful spray and you're reaching into your underneath region and just quickly give it a spray and you aim wrong, as a male, it's going to hit your testicles.
Yeah.
And that is not pleasant. It's like having a stick. It's like somebody putting a stick between your legs and going up.
Yeah,
and I'm sure every male person has had that.
Or you just hippopotamus.
Yeah.
Right.
It's
Oh,
not very
no.
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, no. Not the hippopotamus.
Hey, Chris, thank you. Thank you.
So is anyone coming over soon to Siem Reap?
Oh, yeah. There's a ton of people on my subscribers list. I don't know if they're in the chat, but they are either here or coming over to Siem Reap sometime soon. Within the next, year or two, sometime sooner. Cancel King. That's his username on YouTube, Cancel King. He'll be here next month. Somebody is coming at the end of this month. I forget who it is. If it's you, let me know. I can't keep track sometimes. But Andy over here, aka Pigs on Bikes, he was the one that helped me a lot. When I get comments saying, "Hey, Dave, thanks for showing me Siem Reap. You're really helping me with all the information. I appreciate it." I understand how you feel because this guy is a channel I used to watch all the time, like all of his videos. When I first discovered his channel, he already had a bunch of videos. I went back and binge watched.
Yeah.
Especially the ones when he was talking about teaching, because that was my main concern. Can I find a job? How much does it pay? Is it as easy as everybody says? And he would make videos where he's just swinging in his hammock saying, "I'm going to tell you how easy it is to find a job." And I was like, that's a relaxed dude. I believed him. He's very I was like, I have no reason to doubt this guy. And all of his videos, go check them out because most of them are still very relatable even today, even though they might be 2 years old, 3 years old, whatever. They're still very relatable. And he's going to start hopefully uploading again. Plus, he has videos from all of his other exploits. Cuba, Peru, I want to say.
Central America, Mexico. We've got a whole load coming out for Central America in this year, which date back to the middle of last year. It's just I've got 16 and a half gigs of footage to edit down from
16 and a half gigs.
Yeah, from every country. We did every country in Central America. So
and he went back to the United Kingdom for a spell.
Yeah.
And
that was horrendous.
Yeah, but you had that one job where you were kind of out in the field and.
Yeah. I went back and took my old job back after spending
which is
2 yeyears out, kind of thing.
Which is nice. At least you got to go outside. You didn't have to.
Yeah.
But if you got to go back, and you got to go back.
Yeah.
And right now, your wife Tanya, she's back. Is she back in the UK now? Or?
So
the trip to Spain got canceled because of.
She was supposed to go back to the UK and then fly to Italy to go to TBEX, which is the big travel conference in Sicily this year.
Right.
And it was cancelled as she was about to get on the plane from the UK to go to Italy. So she still went to Italy and she's there now doing loads of really cool stuff. So.
Oh, she did get to go.
Yeah, she's there now.
Okay.
She's in Sicily now.
I saw one of her posts that said something like, it's been non-refundable tickets, we can't go now. And
it's been a nightmare, but she was really determined to go, and she's got there, and she's doing all of her fun stuff. So check out the wife's blog on www.cantravelwilltravel.com, and you'll catch up with
www.cantravelwilltravel.com.
Yeah,
you can catch all her adventures in Italy.
She's got loads of stuff on there about off the beaten track Cambodia and lots of stuff about the whole of Mexico, Central America, and everywhere like that. So she's about a year ahead of me in editing her stuff down, and it's all going to come out soon for her.
But I love the stuff. I love the stuff in Cuba because ever since I was a kid. Growing up in America, that close to Cuba, but never, it's always been a no-no country. Like, oh, you can't go there. And the embargo and everything, I found that the most fascinating. Because I'm like, I mean, I don't know how they live with that embargo.
It's difficult for them.
You know, no internet in most places. You said that
Yeah.
you have to sit at a certain spot
Yeah.
to get some internet.
Yeah, you have to buy it from the booth in the park in the centre of town and buy your scratch card to buy a certain amount of data, and it was really expensive and it was really, really, really slow. It was like, if you can remember dial-up, yeah, it was like sitting on your 4G phone and connecting to dial-up. Yeah, horrendous.
I think that would be, well, that and the, I've heard that Cuba is like as far as food goes, it's like like you can get something one day, but the next day,
Yeah, so
can't do it.
you go in the shops and there's kind of nothing on the shelves, or there's a whole shelf just full of one brand of washing powder where they've managed to get a boatload of it stuff in, and they've just put all the stock they've got on the shelves, and then next to that they've got 2 shelves that are just empty because they haven't got anything to put on it. It's just really hard for them.
Yeah.
Really, really hard for them. And it's amazing. It's amazing that when you're a tourist and you go there and you stay in a hotel, the stuff that they can turn out in the kitchen there to feed you and stuff like that is actually really good, considering the ingredients that they've got access to.
It just always seemed weird to me that why we had such this animosity toward Cuba. And I'm sorry this got devolved into this, but I'm curious. Why does America have such a hard-on against Cuba with all the embargoes and everything? I mean, they're so close to us, off the coast of Florida. I mean, they could be our neighbor. They could be our friends. You know, we start trade with them again. We help build their economy. They can grow their tourism. We can get companies over there. It makes sense for everybody, I think. But I don't know.
It'd be a massive market for companies in the States to sell to.
Oh, I know. You know, the startups would be just wild. It would be wild.
Yeah.
Sure. I need an ashtray.
Yeah, here, dude.
Okay. Oh, he's using it to.
I'm just using it to prop the front light up here. Would you?
Grace, thank you, Lord. And they're still talking behind me. I don't know. Probably talking about me. We upstairs. George. Oh, I see. Yeah, George, Big Jet 75 in the comments. Yeah, he's.
George said he's around here somewhere. He's up at Hard Rock. So come back.
Yeah, if you went to Hard Rock, you went too far. So does anybody else?
Where's this guy?
Is anybody else coming over here in the next month or so?
Dave's coming early next year.
Yeah, Dave's coming early next year. I do have, like I said, Cancel King. He's coming next month. I know I have one subscriber who I remember him saying at the end of March he's going to be here.
The most important question, though, when is Stitcher coming?
Yeah, not this year. Stitcher Gary, our friend, can't make it this year, unfortunately.
Just said the bunk and turn the music down.
No,
At least that was his plan the last time I heard.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
It's not a party until Gary's here.
I
So
know.
we're waiting for you, Gary.
Oh, okay.
If you're listening.
July.
He's saying about the music, but it's live music, so it can't really turn it down.
Yeah, I thought it was.
July. That's good enough.
Sorry about that.
Actually, I would say, and I'm not trying to discourage anybody, but coming over here like end of March, early April, there's going to be a bigger adjustment period for the heats. Because April is like the hottest month of the year here. And very dry, very hot all the time. And I think if it's your first time and you come here and that's when you show up, it's going to test your metal. Did I say that right? Going for the accent there. It's going to test you because even I've been here 2 years. He's been here over 2 years, if you count both times, like 3 years now. And it's testing me some days. I like to get out walking around, but man, after 10 minutes, it's just like your shirt soaked through it.
Yeah, I would.
Just trying to find shade or something.
We got our electric bill, and we used our 2 air conditioners constantly for 1 month. How much do you think it cost?
2 air conditioners 1 month. How much do you think it cost?
Yeah.
You guys over there.
Anyone need a guess? I'm guessing. I'll leave it for about 5 minutes and I'll tell you.
Who wants to guess? Trust me, it's going to be a lot. Electricity is expensive over here. Last night, I didn't turn on the air at all. That was a huge mistake. I had a fan.
Yeah.
I was like, oh man.
So
I wanted to see if I could endure it.
So what's your electrical bill per month?
Mine varies because I try not to use my air con as much as possible.
Yeah.
So on the average end, it's probably $30 a month.
$30? Yours.
Mine's
Oh, wow.
water. No, electric rolls out about 50, but I've got a 3-bedroom apartment. So
50 a month?
50 a month, but I don't use aircon.
Oh, no air con.
We don't use aircon at all. Yeah. We made the mistake the first time we lived here.
So far I've got the Vagabond X that says 80.
Yeah, very nice.
Dave Cook 45. Well, that's very low, Dave.
You guys are bad on the prices right.
So we ran the 2 air conditioners pretty well constantly for a month. It cost us $138 for 1 month.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
$138.
yeah, our rent to rent the place is just over 300-ish. So nearly half, nearly half the amount.
Jeremy likes it cold.
I like it cold too.
Well, it's preferable, but
It is. It's nice, but it's expensive.
I'm too tight. I don't use aircon.
yeah, me too. Me too.
I don't.
He's tight. I'm cheap.
refuse.
Yeah.
See, that's the difference.
We have 2 machines now, so we're running
Double
often,
aircon.
yeah,
Yeah.
the bedroom one and the outside one.
Yeah.
But-
They're 50
Especially-
$50.
Because
50
Jeremy
bucks.
goes to bed a lot later than me generally.
Yeah.
So
So we're trying 12 hours a day instead of 24. See if that I've got a cut of half it. Yeah. So
But I noticed since Tanya's gone, actually, because I go around turning lights off, because, I'm typically tight, and if the light's on, it doesn't need to be.
you're frugal like Dave.
I'm frugal, yeah.
Frugal. Tight.
Yeah, I go around turning lights off since my wife's gone back to the UK in the last 2 weeks. I've noticed my electric bill's probably a third of what it usually is. So Tanya, if you're not watching, but if you do watch this, turn the bloody lights off.
she's pretty good though. She doesn't have the air on or anything.
No. She's tighter than I am, but she doesn't. She's sloppy when it comes to turning things off.
You're live. Don't say that thing about your wife on live TV. Live
So
YouTube.
he's basically, Tanya said that you're tight and lazy.
And sloppy.
And sloppy. That's just a bad company.
Yeah, that's a full range.
That's cantravel.willtravel.com. Lodge your complaints with her there.
Yes.
Enjoy your time in Italy. By the way, check out this live show.
All good.
Yeah, electricity costs a lot of money here.
It does. It's really expensive.
Yeah. Outside of your rent, that's the most expensive thing here, though.
You have to be careful. You have to be mindful of it, don't you?
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah. Oh, you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the things that you wouldn't think coming to a third world or developing country that it would be that
Classic.
thing like everything else.
Yeah,
You don't really have to be too frugal with your food because food is cheap.
Yep.
Beer is cheap. Smokes are cheap.
Yeah.
Water.
Water's cheap.
Yeah.
I mean,
Water's
in the
cheap,
UK, for comparison,
water is real cheap. Yeah.
our combined water and sewage bill every month was at around
Beer?
90
£90 a month, and here it's $5. So you pay. The Lord giveth with one hand and He taketh away with the other, doesn't He?
Yeah.
The Lord's not here. Buddha.
Whoever you know it is.
My sweet Lord.
Yeah.
John Roy Day. Happy
Yeah.
thousand.
Boy.
1,000.
Happy thousand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's less.
Happy thousand.
I have beer for my 1,000th. That's the traditional
Yes.
1,000th subscriber celebration. Like anniversaries. At 10,000, we're going to move up to one of my subscriber suggestions and do cocaine and hookers. So 10,000.
Subscribe quickly.
I'm looking forward to that one already.
Subscribe now. We're
I'm just
gonna
going
have
to
a party.
video it. Obviously won't be taking part in it, but
No, obviously he
Make a
won't
great
be
live stream.
taking part in it.
yeah.
It may be shut down pretty quickly.
Yeah.
The power so dear because actually comes from Thailand.
And Vietnam.
And Vietnam,
they
yeah.
import it. So
Yeah, because there's no power stations here, is there?
no.
That's all right. Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah.
But the good thing is that
Did you find us yet, dude? Where are you?
oh, where is he? Is he
I
here?
don't
I
know.
don't know.
What do you mean you're in Phnom Penh? How much do
This
that
is
cost?
Gary Russell. Hi, Gary Russell. By the way, I just saw that. I'm sorry. Hello, Gary Russell. I didn't recognize the Vagabond. That's Gary Russell.
X.
Yeah. Vagabond X.
Where is George?
Yeah, George. Where are you, man?
George, come back.
We have a hat
Love
for you.
George.
We have a hat you can wear and everything.
Oh,
Look at
Claire took ages making those hats.
that. I know. We just destroyed this whole table in like 5
Mess
minutes.
them all up.
It's got destroyed.
That's amazing. There's no one here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people downstairs.
It's like everywhere else in town on the tourist trail.
I was just
going to
say, there's nobody anywhere.
Nobody here. There's nobody here. It's
Pub
gonna,
Street's the emptiest I've ever seen it at night. It's like,
yeah.
wow.
For like 10 years, I've not seen that here. I've come to Cambodia every 2 years since 2005, and the last time I saw it that empty was about 2007. I think
It's
went down
dead.
there. Can't remember when I walked down there. Can't remember what it was. There was
It's the beer, not his age.
no, it's definitely a combination of the both there. It's Saturday. I walked down there Saturday.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember whether it was Wednesday or Saturday. But
Yeah, days kind of mix in here, like you don't.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
they do.
yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
They really do.
Yeah.
You guys should get used to that, man. I can never remember what date it is.
I look at my phone.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I've thought so many times it was Wednesday and it winds up being Tuesday, or
That's
the
the-
opposite. It winds up being Friday.
The biggest piece of advice the best piece of advice I've ever got about coming here is that you need something to do. You have to have a job, or you have to have not necessarily a paid job, but you have to have something that gives you a routine.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it keeps you grounded. Otherwise, if you're not grounded, either you generate that yourself, or you find somebody to work for or work with that helps you generate that for yourself. You know, because otherwise, if you don't have some kind of routine, it's just you kind of just float around.
Yeah.
And
Not for like 3 months now, 4 months. It's getting a bit tiring.
Well, that makes sense because we're so routine based back in the West, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
We
do
have
you,
our jobs, we have this,
do you
this,
find
go
that
to bed here.
do you find here that you time seems to last a lot longer? Like it's like slower? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It seems like we've been here for 3 months. Seems like we've been here for 3 years.
Yeah.
yeah,
It
yeah.
seems like it's been really slow.
Definitely feels that way for me. It feels like it's just elastic, stretches out.
Yeah. Yeah. I think a lot of that is because when you're, like Dave says, is when you're in the West, you're routine based and almost programmed into doing that routine. So the things that you look forward to are things when you step out of that routine. So in England, when we work, we look forward to Christmas, we look forward to bank holidays, we look forward to Easter, we look forward to these things where you step out of your work routine. And here, there's so many different. Even if you work, like you know, Claire, like if you're at school, you're working in a school list. There's so many public holidays. You know, we get 28 bank holidays here.
Yeah.
And it just
Lot
kind
of
of
holidays.
matches with your Western kind of routine, I think.
Yeah.
But you definitely need something to keep you, whether it's doing YouTube stuff and cleaning the alleyway and doing something like that, or whether it's going and working in a school or doing other stuff. You definitely need a purpose here.
Yeah.
You know, you're right. YouTube really, really helps me because I have periods where I can get lazy. I can get like, I don't want to leave my apartment. I don't want to talk to anybody. I'm going to hole up here.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, I haven't uploaded a video in 2 days.
Yeah. We're gonna get out. and
But
do
once
something.
I get out, then it's like, oh, it's okay now. I
Yeah.
should have done this yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
So
But yeah, it does-
how
it does
long
help.
were you in Cambodia before you started your channel?
1 day.
yeah. You started. The
I
day
started
you
it the
arrived.
day I arrived. I didn't do any like before Cambodia
yeah.
prep or anything like that, because I didn't think anybody would be interested, to tell you the truth. I was just like, nobody wants to see this shit.
So
And,
what made you think about doing that from your life in America? Like, the USA, sorry.
Yeah, that's all right.
The States.
You mean come here?
Yeah. So
Oh.
what made you think that, when you came to Cambodia, you might like to start doing YouTube?
Oh, that was something I always had on my mind, and that was just the way. Basically, it was just for friends and family. I didn't think, seriously, 30 people blew me
Yeah.
away. 30 subscribers
Yeah.
was like ridiculous amount.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm not one of these. I don't spend hours editing every video. I don't
Yeah.
overlay the beautiful music and show the drone shots and the quick flashes of the beach. I'm just gonna walk around and let my friends and family see.
I will not be
I'm
in
in
a bikini
Cambodia.
or anything, okay?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care how many subscribers we get.
And
I don't show my subscribers. Though.
mainly, I'm not. I'm really.
Yeah, no, I think that's interesting for people to know how you got started and
Yeah.
why.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
my first video was my guest house tour, my
Yeah.
guest house
Yes,
room
remember.
tour,
Yeah.
and that happened like the day after I believe I got there.
Oh, so is it still running, that guest house?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Tossum guest house,
Okay.
really good deal.
Good
2
shit.
weeks, $99. Paid it to Booking.com. Paid it when I got there. They didn't ask for anything else. They didn't add any extra things. They took my $100, gave me $1 back.
Because you had some issues getting from the airport, didn't you?
Oh, I did. Yeah.
Because you were out of power and the pickup wasn't there and
Yeah.
all that stuff. I remember.
The tuk-tuk didn't pick me up on time.
Yeah.
They thought it was 9:00 at night
Yeah.
when my plane arrived, and it was 9 in the morning. So my tuk-tuk from the guest house, did not pick me up. And I had very low power. I was about to run out of power. It was horrible. I was panicking a little bit. I didn't have a SIM card yet. Battery was dying. But I had enough hook up to the airport Wi-Fi, which is horrible. But luckily,
Yeah.
I got the only contact I had was an email from the guy, because I couldn't make a call, of course. So I had to email the guy at the guest house and say, "I'm here. I don't see your driver. What's up?" And then just a couple minutes later, really good guy. A couple minutes later, he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry. Let me talk to my driver. I'll get right back with you." And I was like, "Hurry up. My phone's dying."
Yeah.
But then he did and said, "Oh, there was a mistake. He thought it was 9 p.m. It's 9 a.m. I'll come." And then the owner came and picked me up in his own car
Yeah, that's
personally
great.
instead of waiting.
Yeah.
And he apologized the whole way back to the guest house. And I was just like, "It's okay. It's okay. I'm
Yeah.
here. Everything's fine. I'm happy. I'm in blue
Yeah.
jeans. I have a oversized winter jacket that I left Michigan with because it was cold when I left. And
Had a whole backpack full of coins.
2 backpacks. I had 2 backpacks, one which included coins, and I didn't know that you could use coins here.
Oh, we went, Dave,
Plus
what
my
are you
suitcase.
thinking?"
And I'm sweating, and I was just grateful that it got sorted out before my phone died. And I was just like, he's taking me back to the guest house. I was just happy. I didn't care. But he kept apologizing the whole way. And
Well,
Yeah.
that is the worst thing when you get off a plane
Oh, you
anywhere
just-
in the world
You
and
just
you just
panic.
bombarded
You
with
just
people
like-
and you don't know what's happening. It's like,
I just
Go
wanted to get
away.
there.
And then you got the Wi-Fi, but the Wi-Fi doesn't last until you can't go outside to where you need to get an Uber.
Yeah.
Because the Wi-Fi cuts out.
Yep.
Oh, it's just the worst thing.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, outside of the airport, there was like tons and tons of tuk-tuk drivers.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
they all had signs with people's names. And I kept going through each one looking for
I
mine.
know, yeah.
And my name was not on any of them. I checked 2 or 3 times to make sure I wasn't going to bother this guy unnecessarily, that it was something I missed,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when
Nope,
your
it
name
was
is
a
on one
mistake.
of those, it's like the best feeling ever.
But the good thing is, and here's where I really started, like I said, I felt at home since I've been here. And one of the reasons was simply because of conversation I had with a young Khmer guy underneath a standing spot where they wait for tuk-tuks, because I had shade and I had all my stuff on and I was sweaty. And it was just a really nice conversation. He wasn't trying to sell me anything. He wasn't trying to hustle me for anything. He just asked where I came from, how long I planned to stay. And he did ask me, he goes, "Oh, you're looking for my girlfriend?" And I was like, "Oh, no girlfriend for me." And, and he laughed. But it was just a really nice conversation. He spoke really decent English. And I was like, that made me feel good, because in America, nobody's going to, the way I looked after that long ass flight, almost 40 hours, sweating, clothes that were falling off, there, pit stains everywhere. Nobody in America would have talked to me looking like I did. So that made me feel at home. Like right away. I was like, nobody looked at me funny. Nobody was judging me. Nobody was like, stay away from this guy. They were just going about like nothing mattered. And I was like, yeah, my kind of place. I like that.
When you do fly into Siem Reap, it's great to have someone to pick you up. It's just one less thing to worry about. So a lot of hotels do pickups and take you back out to the airport.
He said doo-doo.
Yeah, do.
He said doo-doo. Doo-doo.
Right here.
Doo-doo.
They do have pickup services, Dave. So that's really good when you book. Try and get one of those, them to pick you up at the airport. Saves a lot of hassle, especially when you have a long flight. You don't want to stuff around with the tuk-tuk.
And you don't know how much to pay at tuk-tuk. If you come here and you don't know how much to pay and you want to get back into town, they're going to tell you $10, $20, whatever they think. And trust me, man, the tuk-tuk guys are really good at spotting newbies. They're going to know just by the way you look, just by the way you're looking at things, just by the way you're acting. If you know what's going on or not. They're really good at body language. And if they can get 20 for a ride back into town, they're going to take 20. And that might be cheap where you come from. New York, California, very expensive cities. Just to get a few blocks, it might cost you $20. So you might think that's a deal. But trust me, you should not pay more than $5 or $6 in a tuk-tuk to get into town here. So if you plan on coming over and you have to take a tuk-tuk anywhere into town, do not pay more than $5 or $6. The first guy won't take it. Negotiate with the next guy. Eventually, somebody's going to take it. Because anything more than $6 is, you're not getting ripped off. Because if you agree on a price that you pay it, it's an agreement.
It's about $6 mainly from the airport.
Just,
$6.
Yeah.
$6.
Don't be afraid to negotiate. You're not going to offend anyone. Negotiation is part of the whole. It's part of the lifestyle over here.
Or look confident. If you walk out the airport and you haven't got pickup, just walk straight past everybody else, walk straight out the front gate, and there's loads of tuk-tuks parked out on the road because they don't want to pay the admission 2,000 real or whatever it is.
Yeah, they have to pay to get in there.
25 cents or 50 cents, whatever it is, to get into the airport. Just walk straight out and collar one of those guys and say, I want to go into the centre of town, $6. Tell them that you're going to pay $6.
Yeah. It's only 7 kilometers.
Yeah.
It's not that far.
Yeah, don't ask how much.
Yeah, just get in it and just go, I'll give you $6 to take me in.
Yeah. We still do that. Now, I do have the advantage, and I know people have complained about this before in the comments. They're like, where you're living like a fairy tale version of Cambodia, because you got a local girlfriend, so you're getting a cheap price on it. You don't have the hardships that a normal foreigner has. And I can agree with that to a certain extent, but not when I first got here. It's not like I got here, saw some guy at the airport and went, you're my girlfriend now, you're coming with me. It didn't happen like that. You still have to feel your way around. But she still does that now. That's the best way to do. She'll just walk up to a pass app or a tuk-tuk and say, we're going here, $1. Yeah. If he says no, she'll go, blah, blah, blah. Walk on to the next one.
Yeah.
And that's all you do. Walk up and say, I'm going here, I'll give you $5.
Oh, Bill says, hey, Dave, love your brother. Eat some crickets for me.
Yeah. My chat's not refreshing, so. Okay, Bill, I will eat some crickets. I love the crickets here.
Oh, is it Bill as in Bill that used to be here?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Blackstar, yeah.
Bill
Bill.
Blackstar, yeah.
Yeah.
I love the crickets
Bill.
here, and it's not one of those things where, ooh, look at me, I'm edgy because I'm eating a bug.
Cambodia.
It's just, I like them. The way they fry them and the spices and the chilies.
I like them.
Oh, they're excellent. The best bar food ever. If we're downtown and we see the little lady with a cart, she'll give you a bag for like a 75 cents or $1 and eat them like popcorn.
Don't take them off Pub Street. Take them off somewhere away from Pub Street.
Yeah,
don't eat them down Pub Street. So they've been there a month.
I'd say
they might be, but I'm just like, the ones I had were down there at Pub Street. And I was just like, man, these are good.
Yeah.
Like way better than what I expected. I expected to be kind of. They didn't really.
They're like peanuts.
Yeah, they're
kind of crunchy and tasty.
Yeah, they're a little crunchy on the outside.
It's like eating
soft on the inside, but you can taste all the flavors and the chilies. I ate the whole bag. I like them.
I ate one cricket, didn't like it.
I'm not going to eat a scorpion for all those that ask. Have you ever ate a scorpion or a tarantula?
I used to keep them as pets when I was a teenager, so it's kind of eating. same as me eating one of my dogs. You know what I mean? I tend not to, but I would do. You know?
Would you?
Yeah. I think so.
I've never heard anything good about it. So everybody that's done it has done it for the for the experience, but I've never had anybody go, oh, you know what? That's actually pretty good.
Another four.
It's always like they eat the tarantula, they eat the crunchy parts, and then they get to the middle.
Yeah.
And the belly part,
the abdomen's all
they
mushy.
don't gut the tarantula. Whatever's in that tarantula is going in your mouth hole.
That's nasty.
So whatever it is, and I don't know what tarantulas eat.
Crickets.
Well, that might be pretty good. Put a spice in there, maybe I will. But
What's the
It's
same
like a
with
turducken.
frogs?
I've just never been into the
Frogs that have a belly full of
adventure eating.
fries. It's gross.
Yeah.
I like it.
If you could call
frogs
it
are
that,
alright.
you know.
Frogs are good here, like
Yeah.
Mr. Grill.
Have you had
Mr.
frogs?
Grill.
I miss them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
are good, man.
Frogs are good. They're like really good chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, frogs are excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They taste like really good chicken, I think. So if
I
you
think
eat
they
them,
taste
people say
like
they taste like chicken. I say they taste better than chicken.
I think they
Yeah.
taste like a
Yeah.
cross between chicken and fish. They
Yeah.
have a little bit of a fishy vibe to them. But yeah, the mainly like chicken.
But there's just not enough of them.
Yeah.
Like when you get them, it's kind of like it's a bit bony and it's kind of like, I mean, it's tasty as hell, but you know.
Well, there was a place by me. Every day we would walk there after when I worked at the school. Every day on the way back, they would just have a whole grill full of. I mean, but these were huge frogs.
I've seen
Huge
that.
frogs.
Stuffed frogs.
Yeah, I put one as my thumbnail in one of my videos. I said, "These are frogs."
Yeah, they're massive.
They almost look like little chickens. They were so big,
Yeah, I
and they
thought
would just
were.
grill them,
Yeah.
and the smell coming off was just amazing. But they were really
Yeah.
expensive too.
Is it near that school on the corner?
So what?
There's another school just on the corner as you walk by that place.
No, this is in a little neighborhood. No, well, yeah. No, you're right. Yeah,
That brown and yellow kind of joint.
yeah, the big school there. Yeah.
I've seen that
You're
one
right.
too. And
You're right.
I thought it was chicken legs first, and then I looked a bit closer, and they're just these massive, really fat frogs. Hey, she has
Huge
a,
frogs. Huge
Yeah.
frogs.
She has a grill with about 20 of them on it once.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know where they get them.
yeah.
And you got and her husband, I'm assuming it's her husband, just an older Khmer guy sitting there with some torn jean shorts, no shirt on, doing his thing. And I like that kind of deal, you know, like they don't have pretenses over here a lot, from what I find out. You know, you're going to see guys cooking without a shirt, and a lot of people think that's unsanitary. I disagree. I don't think so. Would it be illegal to send me some of that grilled pig face from next door? I don't think it'd be illegal. Unless it's in the shape of a Buddha, because anything shipping out of Cambodia is Buddha, right? Which I find strange. People come to Cambodia and say, "Hey, bring me back an authentic Buddha statue," but it's illegal to take Buddha images out of the country. And I tell people that, and they don't believe me. That's all right. But if you want a pig face, I might be able to get you a pig face, man.
Some of the I was told, and I don't know whether it's true. I was told just last week that some of the statues that people presume are Buddha actually aren't Buddha. They're actually the wife of one of the old kings.
Yeah, there
Now,
are.
I don't know whether that's true or not.
No, that is true. There are so many gods here because it used to be a Hindi or a Hindu-based country. Their religion was Hindu or Hindi, and then they changed to Buddhism. But a lot of the gods from the Hindi religion kind of mixed in with the Buddhism here, and so it's not uncommon to see all kinds of different statues of gods and goddesses and things all over town.
And that's why when you look around certain temples on the stone carvings on the temples, a lot of the faces and features have been knocked off the relief, is because when they changed from one religion to another, they went around to keep using the same site, but they didn't want the imagery from the previous religion still there. So apparently they just hacked the faces off them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they hack the faces off the old statues when the new god takes his place.
Yeah.
But like the Bayon Temple of Angkor Wat, that's the one that's famous for the faces, and it's actually a combination of Buddha's face and the face of the king at the time that built the temple, who put himself on par kind of with Buddha. But it's my favorite temple just because of the architecture there.
Yeah, that's what, yeah.
Simply
I like
amazing.
that one as well.
When I did my day tour of Angkor Wat, that was the only temple where really, even though I was with a group, they let you just wander around without the tour guide, and it was mostly empty. Like nobody was there, and I got to go down into the lower depths and see things by myself.
Yeah.
I was really happy with that. I was like, oh, this is awesome.
We should do a temple day one day.
We should.
Because it's also, they've reduced the price for the temples now because of various things with the coronavirus and things like that.
Right.
Well,
they didn't reduce it, but they added an extra day. They extended it. Yeah. Like $37 usually gets you a 1 day temple pass, but now it's 2 days for the same amount of money.
Yeah.
So if you're in Siem Reap up to the next 6 months, you can get 2 days for the price of one to see Angkor Wat.
And you'll probably get a guest house for $5 as well at the minute.
Oh, yeah.
There isn't anybody here.
And I would suggest that. I would suggest, instead of trying to rush through it in 1 day, I would suggest taking the whole 2 days. Because you can see a lot more. You can take your time. Sometimes you get the 1 day pass because it's the cheapest, but you're kind of rushing through and everything becomes a blur. Take your time there. It's the largest religious site in the world. And it really is one of the best things to do in Siem Reap, I think. I really enjoyed my time at Angkor Wat.
So before they changed the temple tickets to as they are now, you used to get a 1 day or a 3 day pass, and I used to recommend people take a 3 day one, but do the big tour around Angkor Wat. So you're out from sunrise to sunset,
right? And
then you go around, you see all of the cool stuff. And then, because you've got a 3 day pass, don't go on the second day because you're going to have done 15 hours of temples. And they all kind of just blur into one, don't they?
They do.
And
yeah.
At the end of that 15-hour day, and the sun's gone down, and you've got like a million photos, like you're whacked. You know, you've been on a tuk-tuk from before sunrise to after sunset, looking at all this stuff it's phenomenal. It blows your mind if you've never seen it before. It's like, wow, this stuff is like
in the heat, you just zap you.
And in the heat, and like you're gonna have a long day, but it's worth the day. But then on the second day, don't go to the temples, go to the lake.
Yeah.
And go and chill out in a hammock bar, go out on the lake, go and do all that kind of
stuff. Are cool. Yeah.
And then on the third day, don't go back to the main complex, but go out to the more outreaching ones like Cobble Speen, go to Kulon, and go and do some of the stuff that when you go back to your home country, if you're only here for a short while and you go back and go, all right, you went to Angkor Wat. Did you see Angkor Wat? He goes, yeah, of course, Angkor Wat. But did you see this other stuff, on the outskirts that not many people go to?
They have a lot of smaller temples that are not part of the main tour. So if you get out to some of those temples, you're seeing things that out of the thousands and thousands of tourists every day or every week that come here that they're not seeing. So that's good advice. And like you said, you can get temple burnout.
You get templed out, yeah.
Yeah.
There's actually a thing in
so
town,
much information on each temple. Every temple has its own history, a very vast and long history. And the guides, as good as they are, but they do like to explain all the history, but after the day, it's hard to, like, what did he say about this one? What did he say about that one? I can't remember which one was under this king, which one was under this king.
Yeah.
So it can be a little overwhelming.
So, yeah, I'm gonna screw you one. But I found that when I was the best time to read a guidebook about the temple is actually after you've been, because then you're looking through the guidebook and you go, oh, I've seen that.
Yes.
Oh, that's that one.
Yes.
Oh, that's that one. Because when you read it beforehand, it means nothing.
It doesn't.
It's just like hundreds of photos.
Oh, this is Pharaoh was built in. Blah, blah, blah.
I do recommend getting a guide as well. You get a tuk-tuk, get a guide. Worth it. If you're going to go out there, you're only here for, say, 3 days. A guide is magnificent. You can walk past something, it's like, and they can go bang, 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 bang. It's like, oh, really? That's what that's all about.
Yeah. And listen, I know everybody does. Don't touch this asparas, statues. Most of them are cordoned off. They have a rope because they don't want you to touch them because the oil from your hand over time has eroded some of them, and they're starting to fall apart a little bit. Don't touch. Get up close, look, take pictures.
Take photos. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Dave. That's good advice.
But don't touch it unless you're wearing gloves. Because they spend a lot of money every year on upkeep and maintenance. And there are some places now that are completely off limits because so much maintenance is required to make it safe. So just don't do that.
The Bayern's out of action at the moment, I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. they're doing
Chinese
like
are not here at the moment. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, bring water and a small towel. Yeah, and watch out for Chinese tourists.
That's all right at the minute.
Yeah.
They're not here.
Yeah, at the minute they're not here. They abandoned Chinookville.
Well, they left there, right? Because they stopped
Yeah,
gambling. They stopped online gambling in Smithfield. Destroyed it.
Gambling is a no-no there now.
And then virus and stuff.
But that was on the behest of the,
And of course the virus.
Chinese government.
Yeah.
So the Chinese government let them all build their big hotels. And
Hey,
said,
Bill,
"No."
whenever you're ready, come back over. It's all right. Yeah, come visit.
Who's that?
Yeah.
Bill,
Yeah, Bill. Join in, man.
where is George?
George is gone. He's got a better offer, I think.
Yeah, he never showed.
George never found us.
He's
Hey, Jess.
still standing by the wheel over there.
Yeah. Now he's out of the ankle wheel. You know the new eye?
Oh, the new eye.
Some similarities. The shoulders should be covered. Yeah. There is a lot of ritual that's involved in the temples. Like she couldn't go into a temple dressed like that right now because her shoulders are not covered. But she could do that, and it would be good.
Yeah.
Now I went into a temple grounds once at Watts, and I felt kind of bad. I was in there, but the only reason I felt bad, I had the appropriate leg wear on, but I had on a heavy metal T-shirt from the band the Butcher Babies, and it's a very demonic, I guess you could say, looking logo they had. All their faces were devils, and they had the horns and the tails were all like that. It was just a heavy metal T-shirt.
I don't know. I taught a lot of kids at school that would turn up in marijuana T-shirts and the like.
Well,
So,
I mean,
know.
you're just in this calm, relaxing
It's
Buddhist,
alright.
peaceful place, and here I am wearing a Butcher Baby T-shirt. It just kind of felt out of place. I was expecting to get kicked out at any time, like somebody going, "Oh."
I just go to the temples to paddle the cats.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. They're the cat people of the pagodas.
Yeah.
If the pagodas
They're
had
often the monks
cat
look
lady.
after a lot of animals, and they're often cats that you can pat because they look after them. So.
And then there was one that had like a whole zoo
Oh yeah.
from one of their videos.
Geez, I got some bad feedback on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But why? Because you went and showed it, or I mean,
I think because people didn't think the animals should be locked up in the cages, and then
well, yeah, but I mean, not showing it isn't going to stop them from
no,
being
that's
locked
right.
up.
That's
I mean, that's the thing.
I know.
You know,
I need to toughen up.
Yeah.
It's a bit crap.
You show things you don't agree with on YouTube
Yeah.
sometimes because you're out walking around. You see things you don't agree with. That's fine. You don't agree with them, but
They still go on.
yeah, by ignoring them,
They do.
you're not stopping it from happening.
Well, it turns out they're what they call merit animals. So in Buddhism, people will find a very rare animal, and the more rare the animal, the more merit it carries, and they procure that animal and then take it to a wat, hand it over to the monks, and then they get merit back. So good karma, or whatever it is, whatever the proper way of saying that is. So the monks are left with these crazy random animals that they have to kind of try and
Do
keep
something with.
alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't you see a big
And they don't have any kind
pig
of
one day, Dave?
animal
Oh
husbandry
yeah, I
skills.
saw a huge pig at
Yeah, so that
Watt
might
Bowl.
explain why Dave had the pig there, and I saw gibbons,
I was trying to get St. Lai to go
rabbits,
up and pet the pig.
civets,
She was like, "No,"
dolls.
and then there were
Yeah,
some
the
kids
pig
off
is-
to the
pig is
side.
wild.
there were some students out to the side, and I was like, "You gonna go pet it?" And they were like, "No, you're crazy. I'm not gonna go pet that." It was a huge pig, huge man. That thing was huge, biggest pig I've ever seen. Like
Yeah, it was
in my whole life with my own two eyes.
It wasn't very
in person.
healthy. Hey,
No, it was running around trying to sink into
It
the
looked a
dirt.
bit-
It was hot. It was,
didn't look too good.
and it looked to be really pissed off. It looked to be
did too.
really pissed off.
Yeah.
And they had tusks, but they didn't look that long. And I was like, I just wanted to get up and pet it.
Yeah.
But luckily, for the one time in my life, common sense prevailed. I did not pet the pig. That's not a metaphor for my penis. I know what some of you are thinking. You're all perverts.
No.
We know it. Petting the pig, huh? Wink, wink. No, I mean the actual pig. I didn't pet it.
Yeah.
But I did go home and pet the pig later. You know.
I don't think I could be friends with you anymore, Dave.
We're out. That's disgusting. Oh, we go home.
Now she needs a scrubby pad and some Lysol for her brain.
Yeah.
Get that image out of her mind. I understand.
មីឃើញ David ណែឃើញ David ណែគាត់ feel បាត់ខំពេកមី David I want to check 8 flower អីវត្តកន្លែងនេះវត្តចាកន្លែងលោកអង់គ្លេសគេថាម៉េចទេលោកពីប្រុសព្រំអញ្ចឹងទៅ David ទៅនឹងគាត់ ខ្ញុំ
What, you want to take a shower?
Yeah.
Okay.
We okay. David, that way I want to take it over. Then lâu problem cho David too. Then lâu phạt, lâu nắng ở mi nắng. Lavin. David cho them.
What? Loving.
Laughing.
Oh, okay.
Laughing.
Like,
Laughing.
what's going wrong?
I didn't know.
Laughing. She wants me to laugh more, but I'm like, I don't have anything to laugh at.
I think what she wants is for you to eat more too.
I eat when I'm hungry. I'm an adult male. I eat when I'm hungry. You can't just say, now's the time that we eat. No. Thank you, good sir.
Happy thousandths.
Jamoy. Yeah. There's a word. There's a word that comes very close to Jamoy. If you say it wrong,
Yeah.
it means something offensive.
Yeah.
So I don't use it that much.
ខ្ញុំជួយមួយ
Jamoy?
Yes ខ្ញុំជួយមួយ
Knyam chumoy. Ah.
Yeah, but if you say it wrong, because I made that mistake, I thought I was saying it right.
មី
There were a bunch of tuk-tuk guys with a rice line. And so they say, hey, and I said, yeah, Jeremoy or whatever the other word is. And they were like, they just freaked out and went, oh, no, you don't say that. You don't say. I was like, what do you mean you don't say that? It means cheers. They go, no.
Yeah.
Very specific way you have to say some words here. And one thing I noticed, and I've said this before, but it's still weird, like if somebody's trying to say something in English, you do your best in your brain to figure out what they're trying to say, and finally you go, oh, you're trying to say this. And come on, there's no such thing. If you're saying the word wrong,
It's wrong.
Yeah. There's no process like, I think I know what you're trying to say. They just don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
They don't try to interpret what you actually mean. So your words, your pronunciation has to be like dead on. Otherwise, they just stare at you and go. And you're sitting there going, I just want that thing. I don't know what it's called. I think I said it wrong now, but that's what I want. Just give it to me.
I think we're heading off in a minute. Jeremy's
Yeah, we're going to end this one pretty soon here.
settling the bill. I have a work day tomorrow. So.
You have a what?
Work day.
A wet day?
Work day.
Oh, work day. Okay, that makes more sense. I was like, what's a wet day?
Yeah,
Oh, she has a work day tomorrow.
a work day.
I have a work night, so I have the privilege of being able to sleep in.
And he has an early class too.
I have an 8:30 and an 11 tomorrow. So
Jeremy has a lion.
that's all.
As
Seven.
it's all right though.
Seven.
Fair play.
No, it's birthday.
Birthday.
I
Oh, my birthday's not until July. July 30th. July 30th is my birthday. In case anybody... Oh, by the way, I did promise when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I would make a video, tell you all about things you never heard before about my life in the past, the different jobs I've held. The one goal I still have before I die, which is going to take some planning, but it's my one goal. And
is that the one you told us about?
yes, I already told them about it, and I already made that video. The video is done. It's ready to be uploaded tomorrow. I didn't want to upload it today because I had a live stream today.
Oh, awesome.
The video is already done. Like I said, I did some editing on it, actually. I added some things to it and try to make it all fancy.
You're pulling out all the stops.
It's yeah, don't get used to that. It's just like too much work. I just want to take my camera out and talk and show you guys what I see. But that video will be up sometime later tomorrow. So if you want to know way more information about me than you've ever wanted to know, and really, why would you want to know? Then just watch the video tomorrow. If you don't want to, that's fine. Just ignore it, and I'll be back to my regular uploads in a couple days. Yeah? All right, so we're going to get out of here. So from anyone but Dave. Rude. No, I'm just joking. That's right. So from anyone for Dave, is Cambodia worth it? Is Cambodia worth it?
Is worth what?
So from anyone but Dave, worth it. Oh, living here is just
Like, do you mean
living
coming
here is
here
the
to
best fun you
live
could ever
and
have.
teach?
It's just fantastic. I love it. I can't say enough. I've met great people. My day-to-day life is lots of fun. Jeremy's around doing his thing, whatever makes him happy. We live in a beautiful apartment. We eat great food all the time. Yeah, what's not to love? We have a lovely life here, and I just think it's great.
I just picked up since I left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it worth living there?
No, that's why I'm not here. I'm not here at all. I'm back in England where it's -4 degrees and it's grey and miserable all year round. It costs me a fortune to live, and my job is a nondescript job that's going to lead nowhere. Yeah, I'm back there.
And I know you wanted to hear from anybody but me, and that's all right. But I do want to say that as much as I might complain about the heat, it is much preferable to me, more preferable to me than being cold 6 months out of the year back where I come from. I hate the cold. I didn't like the cold.
Yeah.
Even when I complain about the heat, I'm so thankful I'm not knee deep in
Oh,
snow.
I couldn't believe that.
You know, like honestly, some days like it's not always a bed of roses. It's not always great.
No,
There's going to be days that are going to test you, and they're going to be the days that you are trying to do something that back home you would be able to do really easily and really quickly. Like, for example, paying your electric bill. If you're not in an apartment with an electric inclusive, you have to go and pay your electric bill and things like this. Back in your home country, like, it's just part of everyday life and you know how to do it. The first time you do it here, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's like you go and have to find the place where you have to pay it. You have to go and pay it, preferably in real, so you get a better exchange rate. You have to stand in a queue. You don't know what you're doing. They don't speak any English. And challenges like that are things that can trip you up.
They can.
You know, they can. You know, everything is not a bed of roses here. But the things that catch you out are the things that aren't things that you take for granted in the West. You know, and every day I'm feeling like, after I've gone through one of those experiences, which still happens, you know, after I've lived here for a few,
It happens
for a while,
you know,
but I don't know why, but I still seem to get on my cycle and cycle around town, and at some point I will laugh out loud.
Yeah.
It's either at something funny or out of enjoyment, or I used to cycle to work 7:15 in the morning, cycle to work for a 12-hour day, and it's going to be a day from hell. On the way to work, something would make me laugh. On the way home, something would make me smile, and I'd actually laugh out loud, and that's something I just don't get in the West.
That's true.
You know, and I don't know what it is, and sometimes I curse Cambodia for that. You know, because it's on the day when I'm ready to walk out and go, right, you know, I've had enough, I'm done, you know, and then something just makes you go, oh, I'm just like, oh, you
Just
bastard.
when you think you
You
were
just
out,
think-
they
yeah,
pull
yeah,
you
yeah.
back in.
Yeah. But the other thing is randomness. Is that you don't get in your normal Western 9 to 5 job or 8 till 6 job or whatever role you're in that you've been doing for years and years and years, and you're sick and tired of it, which is probably why you're watching this, because you're already thinking of jumping ship.
Do it.
Come somewhere like this, and the randomness of the day will just takes you apart in the end. It's just like, Christ, I never envisaged like this stupid thing happening, or
There's always a lot of like
and nothing.
what's the F kind of moments, like what the
What? Yeah.
some
You,
good,
you
some
will,
bad.
yeah, you will see things that break your heart,
Yeah.
but on the other hand, you'll see some things that'll just be like, oh man, it melts your heart. You know?
It can be brutal. There's other things that are brutal.
Yeah.
But you know how they treat animals sometimes are pretty brutal in some situations. But there's both sides of everything, I suppose.
You walk around the corner and then you see a really deep, meaningful act of love. To something, and it's like, so the extremes that you see here are, the seesaw tips a lot further.
Yeah.
Like you just kind of ride this medium lifestyle of doing your everyday dull-ass stuff in the West, and then you can come here and you can carry on doing that. And I think a lot of people still do carry on doing that, but it's interdispersed with like completely bizarre, cool things that make you go, wow.
Yeah.
I think if you imagine your continuum of experience in the West is like this, and your life is in the middle of that and kind of goes up and down. But here you have a much broader, and your life is more like this.
Yeah.
And you see
Your
the
emotions.
extremes of life, and
Your emotions are like up and down.
Yeah.
Like you see something horrible, like Jeremy said, the way they treat the animals sometimes. But then, like, I have a dog that belongs to my landlord, and he's just an object to him. So the dog hangs out in my apartment most of the time, and he's like my best buddy. I post pictures on my Facebook all the time. He's just like my best friend. He knows he can come up to my apartment. He can get some love finally. He can get some leftover food, and he'll crawl under the bed and sleep when we got the aircon on, so he can get away from the heat. We'll put some water out for him if he needs it. So it's kind of a joy, but it kind of sucks when you see, somebody kicking a dog for no reason other than it's just in his way.
Or heaps of dogs out in the street. Or,
But dogs are objects here. They're things. They are not like back in the West, family members.
Yeah.
So there is that cultural divide where you have to kind of accept, or maybe not accept, but you have to realize that these things happen in this culture for a reason, where it doesn't happen in yours. But that doesn't mean you can't go about to make a change in that if that's something you're passionate about.
Yeah, I feel like my experience is broader here. I feel like I'm experiencing more of life. Yeah.
And I think then, even if you only stay here for a short time, Tanya and I were here for 15 months or so the first time, and then we went back to the UK. And actually, going back to the UK and experiencing the rocky road of going back into the UK and dealing with some kind of family things that weren't particularly nice, actually having the experience over here and having a fairly up and down lifestyle over here actually equipped us very well for going back to the UK, and it enabled us to deal much better with things that in our previous life would be a big event, or it would be like difficult times. And you go back there and say, okay, so we're gonna have a power cut for 4 days. Shit.
You're gonna be more
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god, we're not gonna have any water for 2 days. It's like, again, oh my god, but that would make headline news in our hometown back in England.
Yeah.
This is
Take
true.
6
That's a
months
very
to get
good
over
point.
it.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
The things you take for granted back home, you'll appreciate a lot more if you've been over here for like, let's say, 3 to 6 months.
One of those is healthcare for sure. Like,
Yeah.
in England we get free healthcare, and you completely take that for granted, and then you come somewhere where where you don't have free healthcare, and then you realise how much
United
it's worth.
States.
Yeah, if you don't have money here
States.
for whatever's wrong with you, you don't get treated. It's that simple. You have the money, or you don't get
You
treated.
need insurance, or you need
or insurance. Yeah.
you need some kind of. But in the UK, we don't do that because we pay national insurance on our wages, and that's all covered by the government. So
And in America, we don't do that because we have to pay half of our paychecks to get decent insurance, which is why we're broke.
you pay one way or the other, don't you? But you appreciate. But there's a lot of things that then when you do go back home, you do appreciate because you've learned to deal with the.
You do,
difficulties of not having it here. So, like stupid things like a road sweeper. In the UK, our streets are swept by a machine, normally at 4 a.m. when you don't see it. And so you don't have 2.5 feet of dust at the side of the road that you can't ride your cycle through because you're off.
And over here, though.
And here they don't have that.
They don't. Yeah, so, you ride by trash, and if people want to get rid of the dust, they just spray their sidewalks with water, and you have to avoid that or walk around it or.
That's the thing here. No, let me rephrase that. In the West, you're so cut off from all that stuff. It happens like in the dead of night or, behind closed doors, and you don't experience it. Like, for example, a cremation here. In the West, there's a curtain and the coffin goes through the curtain and it closes up and that's it. You don't kind of know any more about that process because, we're conditioned that it's something that you don't see.
It's been clinically dealt with, isn't it? So we don't have to deal with it.
But here it's very different, like the body goes into the pyre kind of tin hut thing, gets burnt.
And they roll it through the streets beforehand.
Yeah, the family members stick around and they actually go through the kind of ashes that are left behind and they wash off all the bones that are still there, and there's a process for what they do after that. So it's very much more
hands-on.
Yeah.
It's more respectful, in my opinion. It's more respectful of the dead, in my opinion. Than just
you
put them in a box and just put them in the oven.
Yeah, things are really different.
Yeah.
Is that your let's go, Pat Pat?
Okay, goodbye from
Jeremy's done.
Real. Bye.
I think he gets everybody. A sense that I'm about to ramble on about bullshit.
Yes.
We're going to end this one now. I want to thank everybody for stopping by. Be sure to check out Channel for Real. Be sure to check out Channel Going Nomad,
AKA Pigs on Bikes.
The way he says it cannot be duplicated. I'm telling you. Check out those channels. And all the other ones below, I'll put links for all of these in the description after this video is posted, so you can get all those. And I will talk to you guys
in the next
one. Bye-bye.
Yes, and hi.
Bye, say bye.